I know you're a big football man yourself as well, although you're Arsenal. I don't know, so I don't know whether that's it's a paradox, isn't it? I don't know what that means, but no. On a serious, were you? I guess my questions are: were you surprised at the response on the back of what happened? If so, why? If not, why? Kind of thing. And what is your views towards it, and how can it be rectified and stopped, and why do people have such strong opinions like they do? Over to you, mate. I mean, I could there's so many questions within it, but like your general sort of feelings towards what went on and what's going on.
So let's put some context into it. Yeah, I'm of an age. I've been supporting Arsenal. My first Arsenal manager that I can really remember is Terry Neal. So I remember the 70 Charlie George. I was a kid, obviously, but that resonated with me. Arsenal resonated with me even more so during the 80s and 90s because of their multicultural look at football in terms of their players and stuff. I've been a season ticket holder for 30 years, but I'm not naive not to know that there are elements with every club that aren't good. And it's not football, it's a microcosm of society. It's not just football. As you know, I went to school in Battersea. My best mates at school at that time, and still some of my good mates, were Chelsea supporters. The first football club, stadium I went to was Chelsea. But Chelsea, when I was there at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, was not a place for me, hand on heart, to say I was going to be a football supporter. Fast forward to today. The last time I generally went out my way to support England as a football team was probably 1990. I loved it, the whole banter, the whole buzz. I was into my football. I'd seen the 1982 World Cup with Brazil and co, the 78 before that with Kempes. So football was just buzzing, and we were there. We were in the semi-final with Bob Robson and a manic football team. Then I can't remember how old I was then, so I don't say how old I am now. But, you know, you get older and then you start to think that actually the life that you lead, the geopolitics and all of that, and everything that surrounded football for me got nasty. Got tainted. It just got, you know, don't get me wrong, I still enjoyed watching football, but I just couldn't see myself supporting that type of England where there was a underbelly of nastiness and that underbelly kept on going through. So what happened in the World Cup? Was I surprised? No. Was I shocked? No. Did I think about it yet? Me and my son's 9 years age, and go, oh my God, Dad, look, he's going to miss. He's going to miss. That's nice. He's going to miss. But my missus was saying, afterwards, was he saying he's going to miss, thinking about the ramifications of the miss, or was he just saying he's going to miss because he felt the run-up was poor, etc.? And that was a good question, and I put it to him, and he said, yeah, because I was scared of what's going to happen next. And I goes, what do you mean I was scared? Well, you know, Dad, it's all la, 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 la. And the bottom line is we were not surprised. But let's put it into context. It was not the whole of England that were anti the last 3 penalty takers. It was not the whole of football who were anti-3 penalty. It's a small minority, but that small minority does have a big vocal voice. You've asked the question, can it be rectified? Football has done a lot. It's doing a lot, but it can do a lot more. But it cannot be done on its own. These people go to work, go to school, have mothers and fathers, have kids, have brothers and sisters, have uncles and aunts. So it's societal's problem. And until we call it out, and I'm guilty of it, and I'm going to say it, and I shared it with some of my friends, until I became senior manager, I didn't call it out in the workplace because I was afraid of my position. But then I said, take a running jump, mate. You are now a role model and you're leading others. You've got to call it out. And by calling it out, I took some punches, I took some knocks, I got kicked out a few jobs, definitely. But at least I had my held up high and to say, no, that was bang out of order. Can't say that to people. You can't think of that like that. Or let's have a discussion as to why you think that way. Then the buzzwords are equality, diversity, inclusion, loads of rafts of policies and legislation. But the bottom line is this: we, those who know more and know better, need to call it out. Otherwise, those who don't know better will continue to do what they do. And it's based on ignorance. It's based on not knowing really what the score is. Of course, there are some people that are bang out of order. But you know what, as my old man used to say, better the devil you know than the devil you don't. So if he's going to come to you and say F, 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 or blah, 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 you know the score. But if he's going to be subtle about it, he or she, then that's more difficult. The only way you're going to deal with the subtle people is by calling them out.